Hi, we would like to welcome our first guest, Ms. Marsha Collier. Marsha has authored over 30 books, including the best-selling eBay for Dummies series and Facebook and Twitter for Seniors for Dummies. Marsha co-hosts the Computer and Technology Radio Show on WS Radio every Saturday. Today also brings the launch of her newest book, The Ultimate Online Customer Service Guide, How to Connect with Your Customer and Sell More. Marsha continues to be an active eBay seller and has been named one of the 100 most powerful women on Twitter by TwitterGrader. Hi, Marsha. How are you today?
Hi, Karen. Hi, Kat. Congrats on the new show. This is wonderful. I can't wait to make this a regular part of my Mondays.
Well, thanks so much. And you just back fresh from CES in Las Vegas. I bet that was a good time.
Not really. I worked. What can I say?
I think you're always working.
I love my work. I really love my work. And, of course, I had to come back to eBay orders.
Exactly. That's the fun thing about working for yourself, I think.
No, it is. It gives you the opportunity to take your own time. If you want to work on Saturday at 1 in the morning, you can.
Exactly. All right. So today brings the launch of your new book about customer service. So we figured we'd talk a bit about customer service today. Starting out for the new year, 2011, why should customer service be the focus of our businesses?
Well, it's interesting. In the book, I researched quite a few companies. And long-standing companies like Tiffany's and Nordstrom and so many of the major companies, I have them in the book, they were all founded at the turn of the century. And isn't that interesting that they are, in the book I have a list of top customer service businesses. If you want your business to last, if you want a long-term, small business is defined by the census as 500 people or less. So our little 1- and 2-man businesses are put right in there with what I would consider a pretty darn big business. I don't think I'd want 500 employees. So, small businesses, you want them to last. Customer service are what people are looking for. They're no longer looking for the cheapest price anymore. Remember, that's how eBay started, remember?
Yeah, I do.
Everyone was looking for the big deal, but now people are looking for quick delivery, decent packaging. The world has changed, and going online now, as you have with your radio show, customers are starting to come online. I kind of look at it as like in 1997 with eBay. When people would hear about eBay and say, that's a garage sale, and that they sell junk, and I'm going to get ripped off. And 10 years later, the whole world is shopping online because it's more convenient and easier. So if you want to reach your customers, to give the best of customer service, you need to start now in learning how to sell online, give good customer service online, and don't bring those sleazy marketing tactics of page views and clicks anymore. It won't work. And in about 5 years, if you get established now, your business will be solid on the web.
That's always good advice. What's the one thing that e-commerce sellers must do to bring their customer service into the new age?
Well, I want everybody who's listening to this show who does sell on eBay to become a top seller. I know it's a pain in the butt. I know it's difficult. One bad guy can ruin, everything for you. But you've just got to put forth and eat it. The order doesn't arrive, you replace it. No questions asked. You treat your customers like gold, and your business will thrive. I've been selling online, and I don't sell big items. I sell little stuff. I'm a top seller. I was one of the first power sellers on eBay back in 98 when my certificate is signed by Pierre. If anyone wants to see that, that's on my About Me page on eBay, by the way. Start now and give them good customer service.
That's always good, and it is very hard to have a TRS. I know, especially the smaller you are, the easier it is for one bad number to mess you up.
Exactly. But you have to do it. It's tough, and you have to these days go the extra mile. And that way, small business actually, and I know you believe this, small business has the advantage over big business on the web now. We can turn on a dime. Big business has to go through departments and silos and all that technical stuff. All we have to do is change a piece of software or change the way we're doing things immediately.
Yeah, we're just us, so we can manage however we answer everything.
Exactly.
Which makes it somewhat easier. The next question is, how has social media changed customer service?
Oh, wow. That's a big one.
It is.
When you take a look at some of the brands, Karen, you participate in it. We have a customer service chat every Tuesday night on Twitter. Look for the hash mark CUSTSERV. And we discuss customer service, and that's at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And we have major brands joining in, talking about, because it's so new, everybody wants input from other people, from customers, from small business, how they can service their customers online. A recent example was Southwest Air, who changed their frequent flyer program, and the world went nuts. People went on Twitter complaining about it. Southwest Air needed to be on there ASAP and answer all those questions. Do you know if you mention FedEx in a tweet, good or bad, you're going to get a response from Federal Express? There's somebody on there called FedEx Robin, and she has an ongoing search for mentions of FedEx. And how good does that make you feel when you have an issue with FedEx and she says, I'm FedEx Robin, can I help you? It's a one line. You don't have to email. You don't have to sit on the phone. You don't have to press a bunch of buttons.
Yeah, and I've noticed that when I had a problem last year with my bank, TD Bank, there was a huge stream from them because their computers actually froze for the whole weekend and nobody's deposits were being registered or recorded.
Lovely.
And nobody answered it. And it was the first of the month, so it's like when Social Security and VA money and all that stuff comes in. And nobody answered that tweets at all. And it was just so that the more you watched it, the worse it got.
Well, this is why I'm saying you don't have to have a bazillion followers. You just need your customers. And in your emails to your customers, you should have a link to your Facebook business page, and that should be a fan page, and your Twitter account. And you don't have to spend hours on there a day. You can go there once a day. And in my book, I explain how to search for mention of your business or search for people who are looking for products that you sell. And it's not only Twitter, it's Facebook as well. And in the book, I describe best practices for small business. We don't have to be on there a lot of times, but putting the social into your business, the person-to-person contact, will definitely build your sales. And I pretty much guarantee in 5 years, that's where customers will be looking for you.
Thanks. And in your new book, you talk about eBay and Amazon were the two major pioneers of online communities and what they did right. How do you think each of them is doing now with their customer service?
Okay, so John Donahoe is not listening, right?
I don't think so.
Okay. My honest opinion is eBay did it so right. eBay did it so right, and I did a blog post on it, and actually Piero Magyar, the original founder of eBay, retweeted my blog post. It was community. There used to be something called pink liners, or the pinks on eBay. You remember them, Kat?
Yes, I remember them, the pinks.
The pink liners were always there. You had an issue, you'd go online. Oh, pink liners are there. That was the beginning of social media customer service. Mm-hmm. The problem is eBay, in their changes, in the way they did business, has become more corporate. And there's a word called silos, which can happen in small or large business. And this is where duties are assigned to one person or another, and they really don't talk to each other. Mm-hmm. So what you've got to do is be sure that when you're online, you connect with people. And eBay kind of dropped that when they ended the pinks. So now eBay has become a big corporation that we deal with, maybe not happily as much as we used to. And I think, honestly, they've taken a little bit of a slide. Yes, you can get people on the phone, but it's not the same. The immediacy is not there. They've lost the immediacy of the pinks. So, yeah, I think they need to adjust. And I do have other examples other than eBay and Amazon, like Indicia Postage. BubbleFast is I think I actually mentioned them in the book. They do a heck of a job. There are a lot of people who do great jobs. And it's because they care about the customer and connect with the customer.
And that's the most important thing, is connecting with your customers, because you want them to come back. You don't want the one and done.
Exactly. And when you're dealing with customers and you're dealing with them online, there have been, people have come up with some ideas as to how to do this. You can't do the marketing. You can't hammer people over the head. They won't want to come to your Facebook page if all you're going to do is hammer them with marketing. I have a sample on my Facebook fan page. Please look it up and join me on Facebook, because I do give constant tips on there. And I have a welcome app which says hello to people when they come to the page. I do all kinds of things. And there's an eBay app that lists the item in my stores. If I have a sale, I mention it. But the bottom line is, you don't hammer the customers. You engage them. If you're selling like Bubble Fast, your sponsor, I hope you don't mind my referring to them, they put out a newsletter. They talk about shipping. They teach their customers. They engage their customers. And they've been doing this for years. And that is one of their strengths and why they've been a success for so many years.
Yeah, and their newsletter it's informative, it's entertaining, it's got lots of good information.
Exactly. And, that is the way. And in the book, I don't always just talk about social media. I talk about the things you need to put on your company website, your blog, even your About Me page. It's all very important to connect on all these different levels. And, even putting a Skype button on your web page, so a customer can reach you immediately if they have an issue. You know what happens when they open that box and it's not as expected. We all hate that. Because the customer can go wild and leave you bad feedback, ruin your top seller status. You need to be there for your customer.
Yeah, and it only takes one voice to start a whole waterfall of negative stuff.
Exactly. And, that's why it's really important for everybody when you are online to have all these different options. And as I said in the book, I go over everything.